There we go. It's loading. So far, we have 0, which is fine.
No, but I've.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, wait, hold on. Customize here. Nah, I got it. We'll be fine.
It says you're now at a live event.
Yeah,
so
we are.
We're live. Okay.
What's up, everybody? Sorry, had some technical difficulties there.
In English, we didn't know what we were doing, and it's our first time. And
it's actually not my first time. That's the sad part.
well, yeah, okay. It's the first time us working together outdoors and collaborating.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day today, too.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Like you.
Oh, thank you. Gorgeous, too.
You know, one of the wonderful things about doing live is, especially with having someone sitting beside you, is just because you don't feel like you're talking to nobody.
Yeah, I like that because sometimes just sitting there talking to myself is, I mean, I find myself entertaining, but I don't know if everybody else does.
Yeah. And the cool thing is that we have an umbrella that you can't see that's supposed to be keeping all the equipment cool and out of the direct sunlight. And there's a glare on the screen, so we're not really sure if we lean forward, you can actually see our faces because we can't. But if we go back in the sun, we can see us. So if we forget ourselves,
I'm like checking it out.
Yeah.
So what's my angle? Is this my good side? Is this the light where the good side comes in? Do I look at my prettiest at this side?
No, we have it coming direct on.
Oh,
so we have no shadows.
Okay, so what you're saying is my prettiest is coming straight forward on my face with the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
She's everything I'm not. She eats very, very. I thought I ate healthy. No, she eats very healthy.
I do.
I have my nicotine thing that I still do and indulge. She doesn't do that.
I do coffee. That's my thing. I love my coffee.
Yeah, but she even turns that into a medicine and good for you body thing, and it is the best coffee ever.
Yeah, you just got to add some stuff into it to take down the acidity so you can just actually enjoy it and do decaf too sometimes.
Okay, so what is the flavors that I'm actually drinking in this cup? Because it's like coffee on steroids with flavor.
That is a Starbucks dark blend coffee, I will admit. Uh-huh. It is good, but I like dark roast, and it's the only one at Costco where you can buy really cheap coffee. You know?
So if I start to get the shakes, or talking a mile a minute more than I usually do, it's the dark roast. And then what do you sprinkle in it?
Coriander. It takes down the acidity, mellows it out so it's not so harsh on the belly. You know, like those everybody knows what coffee poops are like, so I don't need to describe them. But it helps bring that down, and it doesn't tear up your stomach.
Okay. And did I move out? I'm going to smoke. Yeah. I'm going to move away from Tabby.
No,
by the way, I'm Diane.
And I'm Tabby.
Yes, and I live in Mexico.
And I live in Denver.
And I'm on a road trip to get my passport renewed. And Tabby is one of the many delightful surprises. My daughter and her have been friends for
about a year.
Yeah. And my daughter was like, Mom, you have to meet Tabby, and Tabby has to meet you. So when we were in Sedona, she said, I want you to come up with me to Denver. Well, and that's how, and the first night I got here,
she made me cry. I call her Mama Bear now. She did. She gave me the guidance I needed to hear.
That makes me feel bad.
No, it's a good cry.
It was cries of relief.
Yeah, joy, some joy, some confirmation.
Well, maybe not all of it was okay. She did have joy, but sometimes, you know, they have that saying out there that the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes it's painful.
The hard truth is sometimes painful.
So I mean, it was a release and relief and confirm. I didn't tell you anything you didn't know already.
And it's so funny because like the threes when we got down. Okay, so I made some snowmen. I had like 9 snowmen, and then I got it down to 3, and it was just people that I needed to stop trying to help and let them go. And then I got a nap, and I started sleeping in only like an hour more a night. But then I started seeing a little bit more clear and not looking like I was in death. Oh my God.
No, you look fabulous. You look so much good.
Yeah, I have to give it to the climbing trip on Wednesday. It was much needed.
Yeah, and we're going climbing, so I get to cross that off my bucket list before I go back.
Absolutely. I just need to like pick one of the friends I have and say, "Hey, let's go climb."
Perfect.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be
Oh,
easy. She'll
and
be
by the
tomorrow.
way, folks, if you're watching this, if any of you are in the Denver, Colorado area, Abby and I are more than willing, and we're trying to figure out what day we want to do it. If you want to actually come and meet us and speak face to face, we're going to do a group gathering.
Mm.
We'll let you know. We'll probably figure that out tonight or tomorrow. It'll be sometime between now
I'm
and
kind of thinking
Thursday.
and getting like a small group of individuals that just want to be spiritual and hang out together, maybe get some pillows on my ground on my studio and just sit and chat and share spiritual stories and kind of get some guidance out. What do you think?
I think it's perfect. We're being organic. It's my new word. I told her, I said, it's part of my brand.
It is. Mine's always like be present.
Be present.
Be present. That's
Be
my
present.
thing. You got to. And I hate it when you realize that you're not being present because you got that monkey mind. You're like, ah, shit. I need to bring myself back down. And when you're bored sometimes and you're sitting by yourself, that's the one you need to pay more attention.
True story.
Yeah.
The other thing, folks, if you're in the Mexico area or Maz, if I've sent this invitation out to all my Maz friends, it's on my Facebook wall and in my groups. Abby is coming down, so we'll be available together to meet face to face, and we'll be doing some work online.
Yeah. It's interesting. Right before I met you, I was like, go to Mexico, and I was like, I don't need to go to Mexico. And then all of a sudden I got an invitation online, and then I got another invitation from you. And so I guess I have to start listening to the universe and just go to Mexico.
Yeah, and because you also was telling me about the stars pointing south, and that your body was telling you need more warmth and more sunshine on a regular basis. I mean, you just didn't know where.
Yeah.
So actually, how long has it been since you knew you needed to go south, but just not really why or where or how to make that happen?
Okay. So January 1st, I did a cleanse, and I saw a lot. I mean, I kind of went through definitely a spiritual moment. I got rid of a bunch of stuff. I shed some things that I no longer needed in my life, and just downsized, I guess. And when I was sitting out here burning pictures and throwing things away, going through everything, Meatball, I was also on a physical cleanse.
Okay.
So I wasn't really eating. I was doing some soup, some vegan broth, and that was pretty much it. And I walked outside and I could see the stars aligning, and it was funny because Allie made fun of me because when she came out to visit, I'm like, the sky is different, I swear. And then she's like, I think it's funny that you actually think that you were completely on a different level, a different plane one night, and then you come back outside and you think you're going to see the same thing. And it was memorizing because like the whole sky had shifted. There was lines and lines of stars just lining up, and they were just like, I was just like, what is going on? And then I saw this line of stars, and I could still find the same stars tonight, but they were in a completely different place, and they were kind of just going like this, calling to me, saying, come this way, and they literally were south. So, that was the first time I heard go south. That was the first time.
That's how I travel all the time.
Yeah.
People go, most of my friends all know, don't even ask me where I'm going for my visa run. Every 6 months I leave Mexico, and it's one of the requirements. Tourists have to leave every 180 days, and they have to check into their home country, even if it's a 5-minute layover in Dallas to fly to Scotland. So it's
cool.
That's the only requirement. So long story short, I never know where I'm going until the last minute. And I never I knew I was supposed to meet someone.
Yeah.
And I know that it was going to be everything I've been praying for, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, professionally. I mean, just all of it. And I met quite a few people, actually.
Yeah, you've been.
But you've definitely been one of those.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
feel
know I
very
was
grateful.
meant to be here.
Oh yeah, this experience with you these last couple of times I got to hang out with you, I really, really, truly am memorized because I wasn't really looking for anything, but you kind of landed in my lap. And when you did, it wasn't because I didn't hit the full warnings. I just wasn't paying attention.
Your mind was elsewhere.
Yeah. But I needed it. I needed your guidance because I was feeling pretty solid. And then I kind of had that, like you were talking about, that it's not a down time. It's just really a relaxed time and refocus.
No, it's
and,
just a wave.
Yeah, it's just a wave.
You know,
And
it's not a down. It's a go back
Yeah.
up.
I knew it was going to come back up.
It's a time of
Yeah.
rest and restore and catch your breath and go, wow, look where I've been. So many people, including myself, because that's the other something, you know, with rubbing elbows with you and us just talking, you know.
I'm going to
And
shift my chair so I can look at you because I feel like this is
it's
hot out.
one of those things of, I lost my thought.
Sorry.
That's all right. Working with you has been a mirror reflection of the things that I've been working on within myself. And it's like when you talk about where you were and what's been going on just in the last month, the last 2 days, the last 6 months, you know, it's one of those, it's like a mirror reflection. And I feel that when two people, whether it be as colleagues working together, we're definitely soul tribe.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so or it be a matter of the heart. I think two people come together at the exact moment when they're both in alignment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel personally, I can't speak for you, but if I would have met you 6 months ago, I wouldn't have been ready.
Oh, no. 6
No.
months ago, I was.
I mean, the growth that I am work and the knowledge and perspective and awareness has just been so massive, and it's been nonstop and layered. I moved out to the island 6 months ago. And if I look back just to everything that I experienced in December, January, February, and of course this trip,
Yeah, this was a big trip.
I can't even say that like even a month and a half ago when I first got on the bus to leave Mexico, that I was vibrationally even ready to cross paths with you.
Yeah. I mean, I just got back from a road trip myself, so yeah, I went through a lot on that road trip, growth-wise. Definitely saw from a new perspective. I had the first time in my life that I had that moment where I know that I don't have to know. You know, that complete and utter trust in the universe. And mind you, when you first have that feeling, it's great, but you still are human. You still gotta live your life.
You still
But
have
you will
doubts.
but you will always be able to remind yourself of that moment and how it felt and bring that feeling back to you and know that you're still making the right choices. And that's where I was. I mean, I even just now went through well, I was telling you earlier today that that channel that opened up, I was going through some healing when I first met you, and it's talk about some huge growth and change, you know. I'm excited to see where it goes. I really am. Should we start sharing with these girls? Or do we have any?
Do we have any questions?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So you don't have any plans yet? Like going back? You're gonna go travel? What's your next
Oh,
move?
listen to this. This is like totally crazy. So, I get home on Friday night. I catch the plane. I have to be at the airport like at 2:30 or something like that on Thursday. And my flight leaves at 6:30. And then I have a bunch of layovers. I have a stop for 43 minutes in Seattle and then LAX for almost 12 hours. And then the flight directly to Maz. If any of you ever are traveling to Mexico, no matter what you do when you book a flight, even if it costs $100 more, skip Mexico City. Do not do a stop or a layover in Mexico City.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
Go directly to Maz or wherever else you can go. Avoid Mexico City. If it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong in Mexico City.
Good to know. I thought
Yes.
about. I almost flew to Mexico City at the end of my road trip. It was in discussion and thought of, and then I was like, I'll just drive. And then the loops that you had to go through to drive at that point weren't worth it. And then I guess it went back, and now you can't even drive down there, right?
Yeah, actually, I checked on that because I took the bus up with no problems, and when I came up, the there was no problems taking the bus back. But the day that I was ready, yesterday, actually, I got my passport and decided to plan my trip out. The land border is closed to all non-essential travel into Mexico, which basically means no tourist or no 180 visa.
Yeah.
You have to be a permanente, a temporal, or a citizen of Mexico. But flights are open, so that's why I'll be flying back. But that's okay. I miss my dogs.
I would miss my dogs. I miss my cat when I went on my road trip. I got to take Meatball with me, and that was a blessing in its own. I almost left him though, but I think he's kind of gone through that growth with me. I can see it in him, and it's interesting when you have such a tight bond with your animals, how much they truly do impact you, and how much they change with you.
Yeah, they're family.
They're family. I wish all family would grow like that with you. I'm looking to see. I'm looking to see if anybody.
Okay,
we got-
I'm going to avoid
We
that.
got
Doesn't always
two.
happen.
Looks like we got 2 viewers. Is that right? What's up?
Who do we get to say hello to?
Yeah, who are these 2? Is it me and you? No, because we're not on. Who is it? Introduce yourselves. How come it doesn't tell me who it is?
I have no say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you guys type in the comments hello, we'll know who it is,
Yeah.
and we can say hello.
New tip. What's the new tip about?
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to.
It's the first time I've seen the event go live.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're teaching
Oh,
me
look.
stuff.
Oh, Ken Priest. Hello.
Hey!
Allison. Hey! I was like, there's people here. We're just sitting here talking out the reflection. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, hi. Hi, Ken Priest. I know Al.
Ken is from over
Hi,
in
Allie.
the South, and he's been a friend of mine forever, and he's been a mentor to me, many times a teacher. And whenever I've been able to confide in him during some of my lowest, darkest times, and
Oh,
he's
well,
an
it's a pleasure,
amazing
Ken.
man.
It's a pleasure then. Absolutely. Oh, cool. Do you guys have any questions? Or are you just curious? Let's get some conversation going. This is supposed to be interactive. There we go. No. I got a question.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Where do you want to go climbing this week? Oh man. Here's Ella.
Well, one of the things I did start to tell you, you asked me what I was going to do, what my next travel is.
Yeah.
I get home on Friday. On Sunday night, I've been invited to go to a sweat lodge ceremony on the island, and I'm excited about that. Sunday night. And then April the 1st, I'll be supporting and going and supporting a young gentleman who is amazing for Humblacia, which is Vision Quest.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, and that is going to be down in central Mexico in the montañas, and so that's April the 1st. I'll be gone for about a week for that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so
That
that's
sounds
my
like
next
fun.
major ceremony time.
Nice. And that's the one that you were telling me about, the first. Oh, there's something.
We got one. We
We
got
got
one.
one.
We got a live one. It flew out.
Right on. I'm enjoying the vibe. Oh, thank you, Allison. I'm enjoying the vibe too. Thank you. So
All
what
right.
is it?
Okay, this one, because you know, it's like we were killing time thinking no one was listening to us. So this card here came out of the vibrational deck, and it's openness. So let's just use that as a topic of conversation. Are you open to everything that the universe sends you?
Yeah, when I'm not, it likes to kick me in the swift kick of the nuts. And I don't have nuts. I have uter nuts, but it definitely kicks me if I don't pay attention to being open.
Okay, I have to confess that I'm not always open.
No.
Oh hell no! Sometimes I have to go screaming and kicking and 2x4 upside the head and.
Yeah, I'm seeing
Sometimes
some
I-
big change in my future, and I actually have no idea what it is, but I know it's coming. And that's the biggest openness right now that I have going on. And I think going to Mexico is actually part of why I have to go there before May. All right, we are reading. The more expansive you are in your world, the more comfortable you feel. Open new windows and doors and keep opening them until you feel the vibration that sings to you. Don't let others close the walls around you because it suits them. This is your journey, so unlock and unbolt everything that makes you feel trapped and begin to accept the open expanse. Well, how do you feel about that one?
I love all of it, and it's, I'm being open. I mean, I'm really pretty good about that at this point. The one thing that I don't agree with on premise and would like to take it up to that next level of awareness and perspective is the message of the card by the author was don't allow others outside of you basically stop you from doing what you need to be open to be able to receive or follow your dream or do your goal. Don't allow others outside of you to stop you. And I would like to say that in the last month and a half of why on the road, especially after you and I started working on each other, two healers healing each other. And,
right.
So it was one of those, I have learned that I'm not giving that power away to anybody anymore. If I've learned anything with the one
I've had to learn, that was a hard lesson for me.
I don't need to attach to that, because it's like if my thoughts and my emotions is tied up with someone else due to drama, negativity, or their own stuff, I give my power away whenever I say someone else has the power to stop me from doing it. No, I allow that.
Yeah, that's an allowance for sure.
That's a set boundaries, and it's also knowing when to walk away, knowing when you use the words, how did you do that? Say step back. I just need to step back from this person or this client for a while. I think that message has been really kind of like drummed into me since I've been on the road this trip.
Yeah, I gave myself a lot away. That's why I was so exhausted. So I needed to eat my own words on that one. But I said them after I learned the lesson. We do got, so Ken says, any thoughts on my new direction you foresaw for me?
Okay. Okay, Ken, I'm pretty straightforward, and they're telling me to ask you a question, and the question is, and they tell me you are totally aware of the answer if you get still and check in, which you're good at doing. There's one thing that you've been postponing, and you've been kind of like putting it off. It's something that you actually do need to do. It's something that you actually have to make the choice to change, adjust, transform. But there's one thing yet that you just need to do it, be done with it, stick with it. It's like, it's not really a block. It's kind of like
Procrastination.
It's slowing you down. Yeah, it's something that you need to definitely. And I keep hearing the word take action. It's something you're going to have to actually put into place and follow through with it. There's just that one thing. And it could be, because I heard the words thoughts, it could be just your thoughts alone of, if you have any doubt or fear, they're not telling me what it is. They're telling me what that one thing is.
How's that feel, Ken? Oh, we got some package deals coming in right now.
Ken, they're still attached, and they're still talking to me. And one of the things they're saying is that you need to take that next step forward. It's like you know what you want. You've been manifesting it in your thoughts for a long time, and now everything is in perfect alignment. It's like it's all right there. You just need to step forward into it. They're saying live, Live.
I said thanks. I said thank you.
You're
Right on.
welcome, hun.
So so earlier today when I picked up Diane, I told her that I had a channel that opened, and Allie, you were aware of this channel that I had been working on. It was down in my colon and it went to my throat. And I knew I was healing and I was recovering since I did that cleanse at the beginning of the year. And so now I'm going to share a little bit more. I was driving down the road to get my hair cut Thursday. And when I was on my way, was it Thursday or Friday? Whatever day it was. And I was driving down the road, and when I started speaking, and I had absolutely no control over my mouth, and I felt like I was throwing up words. Sorry, I just spat on my screen. But I felt like I was throwing up words, and I absolutely had no control. And they literally said this is the part I didn't tell you yet. They said, your snake is shedding. Your old life is gone. You're going to be moving on now. And I just was like, what? And he's all, you're shedding. You're new. Let go of everything you held on to. It's no longer. Sorry, I can still feel it like coming up a little bit. You're no longer. That life is no longer mine. To that pertaining. Which I knew, but
Because you what? I
am,
and you already are, you already have been, and you deserve it.
That's what I deserve it.
I deserve it.
I deserve it.
I've worked hard. I've earned it.
I love it. See, Mama Bear.
Well,
Bear.
it's only because of this. I've been working with a lot of different healers off and on for many years, and there's a point where there's truth in everything that everyone says and believes from their perspective, knowledge, and awareness. And it may only take you to this rung of the ladder, but then there's that other deepening thing, which you have done for me for many years, was to take my perspective and awareness and take it to that next higher vibrational level of perceiving. And
something took a hold of me.
And awareness. And so it's one of those, at this point, knowing that people will always say, oh, it's easy to be like you. You're just a hippie. You're a nomad. You're a gypsy, and it's like, you just follow where the four winds blow. You listen to ravens tell you where to go. You read the stars, tells you to go south. It's like, okay, that's so much fun and so easy. No, it's not. It's work. You've had to work in order to raise your vibration to get the messages that you did. And you have worked really hard. And so I had wrote that in one of my posts a couple while back, and one of my readers wrote in and gave me a real big lecture. You're talking into the existence that you having your gifts is not easy. No, I'm stating a fact.
Oh, man.
The cup is black. It's not white. It's not even gray. So, the thing of it is that what we've learned, though, in the journey now, we can apply to ourselves, which opens us up to more abundance, prosperity, health, and wellness in our lives. And why we're going to be putting this stuff into practice, because it's a practice. None of us is perfect. We're all humans, which is we're all going to screw up. We're all going to make mistakes, horrible ones. We're going to feel guilt and shame, and we deserve to.
Yeah.
The thing of it is that
We do deserve it.
yeah, we do. In that moment, do you want to have guilt and shame for the rest of your life and beat the crap out of yourself and punish yourself?
Well, we have to have that. We have to go through that, because if we don't, then we don't understand why it's not healthy.
Owning what you did in the creation, which is where you, instead of looking and going, I blame it on that person, this person, it's their fault, that fault, I'm poor, I have 20 kids, no, it all is right here.
Yeah.
And that's where it all comes back to. you did that work, and that way you deserve it. You've earned it. You have worked hard.
That's my third guide that's reached out to me. That's the third one. No, maybe four. I don't know. There's two of them that happened back to back, and now they felt very similar, but they were different. But one lifted me up and removed the shame out of my body. One just came through and brought my heart at peace. I've felt that one quite a few times. It visits me when I need help to be peaceful. And then the one that made me vomit up words. And then there's another one, the one that pulled that shame out of. I'm pretty sure is the same one that is giving me the download and gave me the download of everything that I saw that night. It's like I was the center, and it was 360 degrees around, and it was like I was looking at the stars and the galaxies, and it was almost like I had a compass or a roadmap to tell me where I could go. And I was just like, what the heck is this? And then I realized it was all, it's a representation of all the different channels and the way we can travel. And it's not just outside, but it was inside as well. I could see down inside me, and I could see the channels and the healing, how to heal people just like that. And it's not that you're going from one channel to another world. You're literally pushing and cleansing. That's how that energy flows through people. I was shown how it flows through people, and it's really, really beautiful. It's almost like putting something in a washing machine and watching it in your body get cleansed.
Yep, and it's a huge amount of energy.
Oh yeah, I'm constantly sweating. I'm a fucking furnace, constantly, always on fire.
And so what are you doing to eliminate and alleviate the symptoms?
Climbing, mountain biking, running.
That's all
dog walks.
nature. That's all feet being on the earth.
Grounding myself.
You're grounding.
That's an important one. I keep
Nature.
I keep telling people.
Vitamin D, sunlight.
I remember one of the first times where I couldn't understand what grounding truly meant, and Allison knows wind. Wind came up or told Allison to tell me to ground myself, and I did. It was the first time I realized the importance and truth in grounding yourself, and how important it is to continually do it. Otherwise, you're just kind of floating around.
A lot of people are under the belief, oh, if I just white light or protect myself or smudge with sage or incense or cedar or whatever they use, that I will put a drop of stone in their pocket, that they're going to be totally protected, and that's all they need to do. Well, no, because when you're opening up, you get all of this energy coming in. Information, knowledge is all energy. Regardless of how we get it, we tap into that energy source, that knowledge, information, data banks, so to speak. And that's a lot. So grounding is important. Diet is important. You know that. I don't have to preach to the choir on the diet thing.
Yes, that's another thing. If you need guidance on your diet, hit me up. My nutrition page on my website is limited, and that's because I don't eat that shit anymore. And so it's hard to fill in, but I do have clients that I use some of the recipes for. So.
Oh, and you also take insurance.
I do take insurance, but it has to be for movement, education, a metabolic disease situation. There's a link, but there's always a link between metabolic disease and exercise. You can read any article you really want. And now they actually are part of my insurance is even for meditation. The American College,
this, by the way.
The American College of Sports Medicine.
Yes.
Put meditation down on for your insurance to be covered.
Perfect.
Right? And now I think that maybe one of the steps to help, because one of the things that I am doing, and I am doing this, is that I'm trying to create a holistic center. And through that holistic center, I'm trying to create a way for people like you that are teachers, that are guidance counselors, that help each other. Like they pay therapists through insurance. There's no reason why somebody that has spiritual guidance shouldn't be able to do that, because spiritual guidance is more important than sitting there talking to somebody and having them repeat over and over what the problem is. You're just giving more power to the problem and you never fix it. You have to see from a new perspective. You have to have that guidance. You have to allow yourself to hear that guidance, and that's the hard part most people don't do, is allow themselves to receive that guidance even when it sucks.
That is, well, we just worked, you and I both have just worked with a few, and we're going to call them clients, in the last 2 weeks that just
We had
want to
a
receive.
similar client.
Yeah, so don't want to receive. And that is one of the things as a healer is that, you know, just because you have the ability to heal someone else does not necessarily mean that they're going to want it, except to be ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, or that it's even your karma to do so. So
No, on this particular person, I knew that I wasn't ever their healer, but I knew there was going to be a few moments where they needed my help, and it was just to be heard.
Well, the way
Just
I
to be
look
heard.
at it is I look back when I was in my teens, my 20s, my 30s, every decade. I'm 57 for those who do not know.
And I'm 38.
So
Look at these beautiful faces. This is because we have spirituality and growth in our life. That's where all the good shit goes, right?
that, and I've gained 5 pounds since I've been here for sure, and my wrinkles are plumping out.
Hey, I love my wrinkles. These are
Character
genuinely-
lines. You know what I would tell my kids? I tell all my kids, even today as adults, I go, you see this wrinkle and this gray hair? This one's got your name on it. This one's got your sister's name on it.
I've met some of your kids.
I have an awesome family. We are a tribe.
You guys truly are.
We are a tribe.
Is there any more conversation just in acknowledging and saying hi? So I wish that we should do this Zoom next time, because then we could get some more interaction from vocally from other people.
Hey Ken, if you're still on here, if not, it'll come through the recording. I pulled a card for you and an answer. Honor your mystical creative force. I don't know if you can see that. And that is the block. That's the thing that you need to do to step forward. And I will be specific by telling you that there's a force inside of everybody, every human being, that empowers them to affect the world or affect change in their own lives. And basically the message of this card to you is it's time for you to have and do that. It's time to make a sacrifice in order to move into the next creative expression of self. Basically, it's letting go of something so there's space and movement and room for flow for the next thing that's that's what we've been sitting here talking about.
Yeah, I just like
where our lives are changing. We have to let go. Yeah. We have to make changes in the life as we've created, even if that may mean relocation.
Everything I own, I could put in my Subaru right now. Seriously, everything.
It's time to procreate and express your creative force in relationships, music, art, and even food. Because it's a time of transformation. It basically, I kid you not, and she was just talking about the snake. Check this out.
Wait. She sits bathed in the light of the distant full moon, her mystical powers reflecting far into the past and far into the future. The sacred snake extends from her woven hair. Her blood is often to it as a sacrifice. It is a sacred dance of creation to give life and in return have some of her own taken away, transformed.
So,
yeah.
So the point is, it's time for you to step forward. There's something you want to create, do.
Maybe that's just the theme of today. It sounds like
and making room
here,
for it, transform.
I don't know if it speaks to you, but it's definitely speaking to me. It's speaking to you, Ken. It's definitely just spoke to you about we're all transforming it and we're stepping into something. So,
And you can't take everything with you.
Yep.
Because again, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's got to be in alignment with your energy and your vibration.
that means
Or-
I'm going to get a bunch of shit soon.
What do you mean, soon?
I'm receiving something big because I just got rid of a lot of stuff.
What do you mean soon? It's been like
I am. Hold
nonstop
on.
for me for 2 months. It's been
I am.
ongoing.
Oh, I've been receiving stuff all year long. Just things that I needed that I thought I was not going to have the money to replace. Or
The last 8 days has just been mind blowing. Letting go, bringing in.
yeah, I have a
trusting.
question. What did you let go to get that coffee press? Because that's a pretty impressive coffee press.
She got me a coffee. It's perfect for my travels. I can see me in the mountains with this. I can see me in my backpack. I can see
Oh,
on
yeah.
the beach. I mean, this or in country. Yeah, hostels. Yes,
Dude.
it's an amazing coffee press.
Oh, and what's that hostel you're staying at right now?
Oh, Ember Hostel
Ember.
in Denver, and
Yeah.
it's like $41 a night, and it is 5 stars. And I'm gonna do a walkthrough video probably tomorrow, so everyone can see it. Because I'm not kidding you, I am living
Yeah.
like a queen right now.
Oh, man, I just love when you get to experience that and have a new conversation with people.
From all over the world, they're all over the world. It's great, and we're all travelers.
I love it.
Yeah, you know, I met a fella that he's really calm, cool, collect. We were all sitting by the fire, and he goes, "I haven't lived in the States for 12 years." I go, "It's going on 10 or 11 for me, actually." And we compare passports and who's been where and the places we've been together, or, "Oh, I've always wanted to go there. What's it really?"
That's awesome.
Where do we want to stay? So, yeah, I love that international global. I mean, it lights me up.
Yeah, you're pretty lit right now.
Yeah.
She's got that sparkle in her
Yeah,
eye. I do.
Yeah, you know, people ask me where I'm from, and I was like, the globe.
Wherever my butt lands.
Wherever my pillow's
Wherever I
at, that's where
go.
I'm sleeping.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, I've been in Mexico for the last 7 years. And before that, I spent almost 3 years in Central America, a year in Guatemala, 60 miles off the coast of Nicaragua on an island called Big Horn in the Caribbean for a year. Belize, Costa Rica, a quick run through Honduras, because the driver said, for you and the girls to be safe and us to be safe, we have to go from the north border to the south border before dark. So if you don't mind us speeding, because it's not safe. And Honduras was a real ugly at the time, and we didn't have a choice because we had dogs. So yeah, we had to do it.
That's some love right there. Oh, man. Well, I'm excited. I see some stuff going on. I feel some good vibrations. Makes me want to listen to the Beach Boys right now. Some good vibrations going on. I'm excited. It's been a blessing to have you here, and I'm excited. We should do another one. Let's set this up again and get some people rolling, get some more invitations out before you leave town.
Yeah, maybe this time I can get it out to my people a little faster.
Oh yeah, we both put it out there for sure.
Is there anyone else listening to us that has any questions for us? You got any questions for me?
No, I don't. I'm
Awesome.
feeling pretty content in my, not content. I'm very grateful right now. I'm very grateful,
Perfect.
right? I am grateful. It's been an interesting week and a half, 2 weeks. I feel like I just transformed into something. Before I met you, I was told through some meditation. So I'm going to share a little bit more about what we experienced together. So right before you got here, I had some things happen. And I was told to use my eagle's eye to see ahead to prepare. And when I saw what I saw in front of me, that's where those old habits came, because I see a really big step in front of me, and it's really scary. And that means leaving what I know. I know I'm leaving I'm leaving what I know. And I've been singing it for a while. I think I actually told Ellie. I feel like every time I go to the mountains, I'm saying goodbye to them. Like I'm dying. It's not because I'm dying. It's because I'm leaving. And that's scary as fuck. I don't feel as scared now, though.
What part actually, if I get the whole scare, what that feels like, but the reasons for that could be 29,000 things. In your case, what are you scared of? Not coming back again? Not knowing what the future holds? The loss of the sense of security and stability and everything that in the community and surrogate family both, all of that you have here? That comfort, stability, security, and the fear of the unknown, loss, regret.
No, because I've already been shown that I can keep this place and always come back. So it's not that I feel like I'm losing anything. That was something that I struggled with at first. I did feel like I was losing my home. You know, I could feel like that. I felt lost.
But you now know that you could.
Yeah, I can choose to be here and come home anytime I want.
Absolutely. So then where's the being afraid and scared coming from?
Just the unknown. You know, like I've had this drive and want and love to travel my whole life, but I never did it. Maybe there's a little shame stuck that I need to push through. Maybe that's part of it.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I love you.
No.
I'm going to forget they're there.
Yeah.
It's you and me now.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't
Sometimes she forgets who she's talking to, and I will look at her and go, did you really just say that to this face? Did my ears just hear? Did you just say that to me? Because I can't let you slide on that.
All right, give it to me, Mama Ray.
Okay, so here's the deal. The fear of the unknown. That's legit.
Yeah.
But you did get messages straight up. I mean, as soon as you made the decision, no, I'm willing to do it, but is there a way I can keep my home? And there was ways where you would be able to afford to have this place, literally, if you choose, and somewhere else, part-time, 6 months, 3 months, whatever.
Yeah.
And so you got the answers to that.
Yeah.
But then you just threw in the
shame. No, I'm past it.
I'm
I'm not sure what I had to get through, though. It was just a moment. Like, I'm already.
Where's that shame thing coming from?
I don't know. It's the only one that, like.
I know. Okay. Because that really makes me feel. Because here's the deal. To the best of my knowledge, and what they're telling me. So this is for you. You already dealt with the shame. It's done. It's over. You're free of that. So that's not really a word because of what you went through and the awareness and perspective that you now have that's associated with shame. And working with people, Tabby, you've worked with people, including me, that's been processing guilt and shame as a mother, a wife, a lover, my own, what I did or didn't do as a daughter, what I do or don't do to myself through self-sabotage, procrastination, etc. You helped me with that. So literally when I wake up every day, I just go, do I think about something that I did and wish I would have done different or could do different? Yeah. But do I have shame attached to those thoughts anymore? No, it's gone. That's why I'm like, That's like a word that you should not have in your vocabulary
I think
unless
because it was so new for me to see. Yeah, like I didn't even realize when I released Shame that I released it until after I had released it, and then I was asking what did let go because I don't even know what it was, and then I realized it was shame.
I just don't see how shame is attached to you being scared of the future.
I just don't. I don't. Maybe I don't know what it's called. That's the problem. I don't
Then let's come up
necessarily
with a
need it.
new word like surrender. Remember, we were talking about surrender needs, for some people, that's the last word you want to tell them to do because it goes against their core. Like, if you look at me and go, you need to surrender, I'm going to go, no, I don't. I'm an Aries and a Taurus.
Maybe it's the maybe it's getting used to the my new. This is new for me.
I think it's scary to go out of your comfort zone and go, I am going to be organic in every single second. But I also look at it this way. And being organic, remember I told you, or no, in one of my lives I did in Sedona, I got up with this message. It was like so random, and I listened to it and I was like, it wasn't making much sense when I spoke it, but now it's clicking in. There's a difference in being organic and going with the flow.
Yeah.
Being organic is more safe, 100% peaceful, restful, total trust. And being organic is being from a place of empowerment. Going with the flow is like, let's throw her in the current and let her hit the rocks and the rapids and the waterfalls and get the shit beat out of her. And she doesn't get to paddle. She doesn't get to steer. She doesn't get to pull off to the side and go, you know what? I need to breathe, catch my breath.
I know what it is.
What?
Are
you afraid of not doing everything?
No. I just realized what it is. Colorado has always been my home. It didn't matter where I was.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe I just realized that maybe I don't want to hold on to this place.
And that makes you feel bad?
Sad.
Sad?
Yeah.
There's a
Because I associate it with my grandma. I do. This is my grandma's home. And don't make me cry.
Oh my God.
Don't you dare, she's gonna make me cry. No.
You're gonna have all these folks going, I don't want to be with her.
Don't where they are. No, it truly is. I lost my grandma a couple years ago, and I had a hard time, and I knew this then.
So it's grief, it's sadness, it's a loss.
Yeah, I'm just going through the process. That's what it is.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No. I actually
don't fight against it, which I don't have to tell you. But for someone else, they might need to hear.
Now that I know what it is.
Don't. Tabby doesn't need to learn what I'm going to share with you right now. She already knows it. She's already been doing it. I see it. So it's okay. She can go, oh yeah, it's the loss. It's the sadness. This is, sentimental. She will feel all of those emotions.
Oh my God.
And she will allow them to come. She will not force them down. She will not be one who will say, I'm supposed to do this, and so I'm just don't have no emotions about it at all. She's not a Stefford wife. She's not a robot. She's a human with feelings.
And now that I said it out loud, it actually feels really good.
Because as soon as you own it, that's why there's that stupid saying out there, embrace your fear, embrace whatever, dive deep, see the uglies. Because once you own it, and literally even think it and speak it, it releases that energy because you realize, hello, I deserve to feel loss and sadness and all of those things. There's nothing wrong with that.
So all I need to figure out is what mountains I'm going to. No, I'm just thinking I do think I'm going to be going to Mexico, but I don't know if that's my end point.
It's not.
No, I didn't think so either. I do see Mexico kind of break. that
Mexico is going to, and I'm interrupting you because they're speaking to me now, and Mexico basically is going to be the appetizer. Mexico is going to be the get your feet wet. Mexico is going to wet your whistle. Okay. Mexico is going to open up a whole new group of men and women and learning experiences that is going to just be like more pieces of puzzles and connecting to it's on the way to where you're going, and you're going to many places. Mexico's just to get your feet wet.
Yeah, I thought going on my road trip just get my feet wet. I guess I had some stuff to leave behind.
Yeah, now you're totally clear and clean, Tabby.
Bet your ass I am.
There's no more shame or guilt hanging over you. So unless you're using that to work with a client or in a teaching facility to anyone or sharing way with anyone, don't use those two words against yourself anymore.
Thanks, Mama Bear.
Because the truth of the matter is, what? You are a human. You are imperfect. You're going to fuck up a lot between now and the time you die. And so the bottom line is now you know not to give those lessons and growth periods any power of having guilt or shame.
They're just growth periods.
They're just growth periods. It's just a mirror reflection of what you need to work on, fix, grow, or admire in yourself. Be proud of, because you've learned those lessons. They're not going to come. That's the whole part of what it means to end a cycle, break a pattern. Because you now know what to do so that those things never, you don't ever have to be in those kind of life situations with yourself, and you're wise. You won't make those same choices. You know that already. You already know how to recognize the energy as soon as you see it.
Oh yeah.
And you also know that the biggest one is that when you're triggered.
Yes, that's very true. That one I learned a while ago.
And that, remember, it's like the ceiling fans. It's just, it'll be less and less and less and less. You've learned it. You're done. You go. You know not to beat yourself up anymore. Care, if you knew what you knew today, 10 years ago, you wouldn't had all that guilt and shame and attracted the type of relationships in your life to mirror your guilt and shame back at you. So basically, that's another good part about this, is that now you are ready for the relationships that you deserve and truly desire. You will attract a mirror reflection of health and wellness in a partner, in a business relationship. You will attract that. Your whole life.
Watch out, ladies. Here I come. Oh man. I'm not looking. I don't want to look right now.
You're gonna go global.
I know. I see myself bouncing around. Maybe that's why a spot isn't what I want. Maybe just a little hut somewhere.
Well, can I be
with the A-frame?
Gentle enough to remind you that it's good to have a bucket list. It's good to have a wish list, a dream list. I have huge ones.
Oh, I have some. I'm still crossing them off.
And some of them I don't really, if it happens, that happens. I don't, it's not a priority for me to make it. But right now, the message for both of us is that we don't make any plans for tomorrow.
I know.
We can't even.
Every time I try to, I get kicked in the nuts.
Right now, no. We'll be guided.
Oh yeah. Damn boys.
You want to hear something?
Yeah, boys.
My lease runs up in August.
August?
Yes. And I was told to make sure that the house is ready to go, that I may renew and I may not. And I go, great. So where am I going?
Nothing.
And I was told, don't even worry about that until probably the first week don't even think about it until the first week in August.
Because we're waiting on other people to make choices too.
Because things are are in alignment and they're all falling in, and it'll all happen at the perfect
It's
time
like the
and place.
stars in the sky.
Yeah.
They were all lining up, all of them. You know, I through a channeling, I think I shared this with you. I saw people waking up a lot, and I saw the world being harmonized, and it changed. It looked different. I'm closing my eyes because I'm recalling this, right? And it was like, it was when I saw it, I was looking down on it, and I can see it, and it was just covered in like this almost white crystal, like it was just solidifying or hold on, I'm getting the word, give me a second. Calcification, like it was like a growth over the world to change it. It changed the form of it.
Oftentimes, I personally get so caught up with what's going on in my own inner growth journey spiritually, what the universe wants me to do, then the family, people in my intimate life. And then there's that global shift and that global consciousness. And I feel that with the political environment around the globe and the health environment around the globe, that this is a major shift time for the planet, people on it, and even myself. And I just said this to someone the other day in one of the groups, which is, we're given these gifts not always so that we can change the future, because that could interfere with someone else's much needed karma lesson. Okay, it's not always our job to use the information knowledge we have of being able to see what's coming or feel what's coming. It's so when it does happen, we have already processed it
and adapted,
and so then we're able to help and support others.
Yeah.
And that is why it's so important to have healers for the healers. And Tabby is a great healer for the healer.
First time, okay, so this is, I got ready for all this COVID crap. I got in a car wreck September 27th of 2019, right before COVID happened, and I was out of work for 2 months. I was all by myself. Everybody was working, and I had to learn to be by myself and entertain myself and be okay with it before any of this happened.
Do you know what? Me too. Listen to this one. I have been, my oldest is 37. My youngest is 20. She just moved out like 2 years ago. I've been a full-time mom for friggin' 37 years. Okay.
You had always had somebody living with you.
Always. And it made it all the way up to like 11 and sometimes more, and then drop down to 9, and then slowly until the last one left through the nest.
That's why I call her Mama Bear. Not because she makes me cry, because she really is a mama, and she has tons of fucking cubs. Even the ones that aren't blood related to her, she has.
Yeah, I do. So here's the deal. It's kind of cool because I freaked out when my youngest, her name's Spirit, which you got to meet her. She's here, by the way. Yeah. She arrived on the 20th from the Seattle area to visit my other daughter and to live and move in. And both of them came down to Arizona City. Then we went to Sedona, from Sedona to here. So it's been kind of a mini family reunion. But bottom line is when Spirit moved out, it was hard for me. It was really, really hard. And I used my friends, my art. I came up with all kinds of distractions to avoid being by myself. I binge watched Netflix. I smoked a shit.
Yeah, we all did that one.
I mean, I'd go to the beach at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it would hear you one song. Would you like a beer? Why not? What am I going to do?
What are you
Distraction.
Yeah.
And then I moved out to the island where I knew nobody. And there was no distractions. And And so for 6 to 8 months, I totally went. For the first time in my life, I could truly say I was totally alone.
Yeah, I was totally alone at that point. I had no friends. It literally happened right after my divorce. And again,
Did you
know,
go through the holidays alone?
What did I don't even remember what I did for the holidays, honestly. I think I invited my brother to come over and just hang out because I didn't want to be around family. And no offense to any family that sees this, I love you. Absolutely love everybody in my family, but when you go through such a big shift in your life, sometimes you just really don't want to hear what your family has to say or be around them.
You know, that wasn't why because
I
I left all my friends and my surrogate family in the city of Mazatlan, and I moved out to the Isla. And I chose to isolate. And it wasn't because of anything any of them was going to say or that they were even going to take any of my time or energy away. It was, I didn't want to put the friggin' mask on.
That's better. I didn't really want to put the mask on. I didn't want to pretend.
No, I really wanted to be real in whatever that was meaning for me in that moment. And I didn't want to have to put a mask on.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. That's way better wording than what I said. It's not that I didn't need to hear anything. My family actually is really good at not telling me their opinion, except for like my grandpa. He tells me he's proud of me. You know, my Aunt Vera checks in to see if I'm okay. You know, other than that, everybody's like, they're pretty chill. But it was the mask.
Yeah, that's
it was.
The holidays, Thanksgiving was horrible. Well, we had COVID, and I love Day of the Dead. And so that didn't happen. Thanksgiving was rough on me. Christmas, I got invited out by someone I had met just a couple of weeks before for Christmas evening, and that was nice. I'm really glad. I put my first tree up since she had left. That's when I knew I was healing. When I could put the Christmas tree up.
I think I gave somebody a Christmas tree. I just didn't want one.
Oh, I wanted one, and the year before I tried to put it up, and I got all the stuff out of the closet, the tree, the decorations, and it literally sat in the middle of the living room until like February. And so this past year, I was like, I kept the goal easy. Yeah, it was, I'm not going to decorate. I will just simply put the tree up.
Simplicity. I like it.
And I did. And I left it with lights and no ornaments. No, I think I put a topper on it, but I kept it easy, and I'm glad I did. And then, as a matter of fact, it's still up. And I think that I decided, you know what? Christmas should be all year round, so I'm just going to decorate it by the months and use it as this month I'm manifesting and write down what it is, my affirmations and my manifestation, and I'm going to hang it on the tree. And then every month I'll take them down as a kind of a ritual, read them and go, I did that, I did that, I did that. Oh, I see, I'm still working on that. That'll go up for the next month, add new. And, you know, instead of journaling, and people will walk in the house and go, what are you doing? It's a Christmas tree.
I just talked about journaling in the video I did. I think I posted it yesterday. Yeah, I kind of gave okay, so I don't know about anybody else, but when you go online and you hear coach after coach after coach offering and getting people to come in on these videos, I've fallen into the trap of, hey, I'll show you something. And then they just talk in a circle. I'm getting really good at leaving pretty fast if I see that. So I actually was like, I actually want to give people something. Instead of promising I'm going to give them something and then just talk in a circle the whole time that they're sitting there listening to me, I wanted to actually give them the tools to help them, because they're free. Now the guidance, they can still ask for it, but the tools they already have. Yeah, I gave some of my tools away. No, they want the guidance. No, then the purity, the organicness can come out in me.
I like giving tools to those who need it.
I was getting a lot of people that just wanted some ideas of something out or try something new, and they just needed an idea, a jump start, you know.
And the cool thing with tools is because I use them. I mean, I have decks of cards, sage, incense.
Yeah.
I brought stones home from
Rocks,
Sedona.
crystals, yeah.
Candles.
Asia used my man. She really attached to that one rock. It was a rock that I brought home from the beach in Portland. She handed it to me, and it was before she left to come see you, and it was just, oh, it was so heavy, so heavy. I had to boil it in some salt water
To cleanse it.
It was pretty interesting. You can feel the difference.
That, you know how that stone, and I'm sharing this because someone is either listening now or will be listening. And I'm being told to share that stone, how that absorbed all of the energies that Asia had inside of her, and it just like a sponge. And quantum energetically, quantum physics, that's all true. And that same thing happens inside your home. So for us as healers, when we have clients even or family members, whatever, coming into our space, it's important to cleanse the home. And how to use some of the techniques you use and tools you use to cleanse your home.
I actually just got used to my rocks and my crystals, and I took the time for them to tell me how they wanted to be cleansed first. And I burned through a lot of sage. Well, when I cleansed my house, I literally had the sage going, and it burnt through it probably in like 10 minutes. It was a whole freaking thing, and it just was so smoky in there. And then I aired it out and I cleansed it out, and then I actually got found this beautiful lavender and sage mix, and I took that, and it was so light, and it just kind of like, it almost like the heavy mist of the sage that was left, it was getting blown out. It was cleansed out, and then the sage brought freshness into the mix. It, like, you know how like people use lemon to freshen it up, the smell, the organicness, and it was just the sage took the depth out, but the lavender in the sage really made the air feel crisp again. You know what I mean?
I have a friend in Canada. Her name is Shelly. Hopefully she'll catch some of this. Hi, Shelly, if you're watching.
Hi, Shelly. Let's be friends.
And
hit me up.
She is really into aromatherapy and oils, and she sent with my buddy Daryl a gift package down. He came from Canada down, and she gave him a package, and it had palo in it, and sage, and frankincense oil, and all kinds of goodies. And it was amazing. And when you have those tools, each herb is specific for a specific type of energy to work with. If you don't have any tools, can't afford any tools, then do it like our ancestors did. Open up the doors, open up the windows, sweep. Some cultures, Mexico, Nicaragua, is really, the islanders, the Caribbeans, sweep their house. Mexico, they go out and sweep the sidewalks literally every day with a broom. So that is all moving and pushing that energy, sweeping it out, gathering it up, and disposing of it properly, opening up the windows, the doors. I just spent a month with someone who, I do not know why they would not open up the blinds and curtains every day. And it was like turning on the lights, and it's 12 o'clock and the sun was shining, and it's like, open up the windows, allow sunlight to get into your home. That will help move things, and it's free, it's cheap. And you can do that no matter where you're at if you're ever stuck without tools. Because sometimes as a traveler, and you know this, we can't pack everything with us. So it's like what's at your use what's available. And the oils are wonderful. Aromatherapy. If you don't have that, I just literally go to my kitchen cabinet where I've got my thyme, my oregano, my cinnamon, my nutmeg. I peel an orange. I throw it in a little mini crock pot, add water. It works the same as the oils do. It really does. If anybody would like any ideas on things that you could use to cleanse either the body, the mind, emotions, or your home, get a hold of us. Let us know. Maybe we'll put together a list of things that they can purchase or is free to use.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think of some other ones. It's funny that you say cinnamon. Cinnamon, I've been eating a lot of cinnamon to, I don't know, cleanse a little bit. I've been really attracted to it lately.
Cinnamon is warming.
Oh man, I'm so warm.
Cinnamon is warming.
Oh man, I don't need any more warmth. I'm sweating. Okay, I'll be honest.
Well, you're also sitting in the sun. I moved to the shade again. I don't know if anyone can see my face or not.
I'm getting my tan on. Just adding to these beautiful wrinkles, supposedly. It's actually kind of nice as people are.
She's a kid and she's telling me about wrinkles.
I'm a 38-year-old child. Actually, that's the one other thing I want to say. You know how hard it is for people to take me serious? I met my friend Brooke's dad, and when I told him how old I was, he was like, "No, seriously, how old are you?" No, seriously, how old are you? And I was like, "What? No, I'm really 38." And that's the hard part, is people see me professionally as a child.
Ouch, I just said a trigger.
Yeah, no, it's not a trigger.
I get it.
But I am finally getting used to that point where people are starting to realize, because if you look at my eyes, you can see
how old you really are.
Yeah. But if you look at my haircut, the way I dress, you're going to think I'm a fucking teenager.
Your body language.
Because I'm playful. I'm always young at heart. So, but that's the good thing, is that I'm always playful and young at heart. Always adventurous.
She took me to the mountains. It was fabulous. We walked, a mile and a half around the lake.
Yeah.
In the snow with the dog.
That's one of my favorite places.
Go up to the Colorado Rocky Mountains, into the heart of it. It was amazing, the ride.
I'm glad I got to take you 2 different ways up too. There's another way to get up there too, but that's going through Boulder, and that's a really, really pretty drive as well. There's this hike up there you would really enjoy. You hike along a river. It's fun.
Okay, so my understanding of rock climbing is that the wall, so to speak, and I'm not using the right jargon, so correct me.
The rock, the wall, you're good.
Okay, the rock, the wall. That when you're actually in that process of climbing and ascending and descending, that it's a mind, spiritual, emotional journey.
It is.
Because you had said and shared with me that, how did you word that? That there's people that just hung there and cried?
Oh yeah, people cry all the time. I personally, not saying that I will never cry. I've been very, very emotional on the rock climbing. But I've had to.
And that's a sports thing. I mean, this is what I'm trying to say is this is what, the emotions that come, that rock, that wall brings out in you.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter what religion you are or if you're an atheist. It's going to.
Oh, yeah.
So what should I be expecting? In other words, the same person, I'm asking you this because I've never rock climbed before and it's on my bucket list. So is it true to say that the person I am, when I get there at the bottom, at the base, and go to the ascent and then come back down, I will be forever changed in one way or another somehow? I will not be the same person.
No. one, you'll be able to say, I climbed that wall.
Well, that's true in itself. I
Mhm.
feel I do that. Although,
It's empowering. It's very empowering. Very, 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 very empowering. It's when I first started doing it, I used to be an alcoholic. So I know Allie knows. Anybody else that doesn't know me, I used to be an alcoholic. And I say used to because you can be cured from alcoholism. But I learned how to climb right after I quit drinking, and I had a drink and probably like 3 weeks when I started climbing. And okay, Meatball. Excuse me, guys. Meatball, no. When I learned how to climb, it made me face my fears. Hey, listen. Organic. Well, anyway, I learned to face my fears. I learned how to look at life as always a growing process, to always go upward, to not just plateau. I had plateaued so many different times in my life in thinking that I was comfortable and I had obtained what I wanted, and then I got bored. And then I finally changed and I started going upwards. Instead of just doing this, now we started learning to go this way. And it helped me realize to be patient. And it helped me to realize to be present too, because the climber that I was a year ago today versus the climber I am today is completely different. I'm not better or worse. I'm different because a year ago today, I was completely fearless. I had never taken a dive on a rope and hurt myself. Today I have. And today when I go climbing, that fear that I never had because I had never experienced it, I got introduced to it and I had to mentally grow over it and above it. And it's and so that's like that perception, that ability to, sickness is fear, right? All sickness is based off of fear.
that's
So
true.
be able to take that fear and say, this, I don't have to live like this, no matter what that is. I can do it with anything. It showed me that I have an infinite of possibilities, and it's just really cool to say I climbed that wall.
Okay.
That gives you pride in itself.
I think that when I come back down,
Not pride. I shouldn't say pride.
I will.
Gratefulness.
I'll journal before I go up. I'll journal when I come back down.
I was telling my buddy Bean or Brandon. They said, Bean. They said I could tell the difference in the climber I am today versus who I used to be, and it's not that. I was like, before it was athleticism. It was that fight or flight, that response, being able to just push myself and keep going instinctively. And now I have awareness of what every step and being so present on that wall and what it takes to not just do the climb, but to dance with the wall, to feel it, to know that next move you have because you put time and thought into it, and it's just it's a different taste in your mouth. It's a different clarity. I could climb a 10C and an 11A, and I've worked on 11As outside, and then I went from being able to do that completely oblivious to what it's like to blow your knee on a rock and without a care. And then I came back after my moment, and I had to learn to be present in that moment, and that everything that I had done before actually it didn't matter. And it also helps you to realize that everything behind you doesn't matter. You're going to come up against the same problem.
I never even thought about it. Because if, like, let's pretend this is the wall.
Yeah.
That's really powerful. Because this is so all my focus is going to be literally right here.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything out here and down there is not where I got it. Do you realize that everything you just said is metaphoric for our lives and our journey?
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of medicine and wisdom and storytelling in that.
There's a story.
Yeah, but I didn't think about that because
wait, hold on.
you
Call
are
that.
right.
I missed a call from Brandon. Oh, sorry, Brandon. Should we call Brandon back? Let's call Brandon back. Is it going to be a live call? If so, Does it help? All right, let's do this.
Will it allow you to be
Could
live?
well, one of you guys that are present just tell me if you can still see us and hear us? Make sure we didn't have any technical difficulties. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. I don't want full screen. I don't see Brandon answering. Okay, we're gonna just do that. Okay, cool. Let's get this out of here. Sorry. Are we good? Did we lose anybody? It looks like we still have 2 people.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. See, we're loved. Ken, I'm glad you love me so much. Oh, Brandon. Okay, let's do this. What's up there? Where is this? Is he like? Hold on, I can't see my mouse. Hold on, like, boom. Brandon. Brandon. No? Okay. Let's do that. Okay. You're calling me at the wrong time, bro. What are you doing? He's the guy I actually worked with at Kenny Electric. He's a really good guy. I drank a lot with him. I drank a lot with him. We used to go, I worked at Smucker's, and there's a huge group of us, and every Friday we would all just go to this dive bar down from work, and I had to get a ride a couple times, and I made bad choices sometimes too.
You say that's so terrible. Are you trying to make me feel bad? Because
No, that's my past. It's who I used to be.
I mean,
Brandon is calling me. Brandon,
it.
I'm just gonna have to call you later, buddy. Like, he's not on the live video, so I don't know.
Yeah,
well, I'll hit him up later. I don't want to be rude.
So yeah, because I think about, probably 2 or 3 times a year I overindulge.
Yeah.
Because I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like an every day and every week or no.
You're just giving yourself a.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not going. If you feel bad for having done that, I look back and I go, no.
Yeah. No, it was just an experience. It's just an experience.
I am going to be right, guys. Back. I'm gonna refill.
Well, we've been going for about an hour and a half. Are we gonna just redo? We're gonna do another one, or like maybe save something for next time?
We could.
Yeah. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Yeah, and we can give everybody advance notice. It is a
absolutely.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So we can.
Yeah. Let's do it. We will hit you guys up, and we're gonna do this again with a lot more notice sometime next week. So
we were being organic and just went with we
just
threw
wing
this. Yeah, we did. We did wing this, and I'm learning because in order for me to get, she set the event up at like 12:15.
Yeah.
And I learned how to share that out to all my people and all the groups and everything. So at the last second, and I think I sent the message I sent out said something like, yeah, we go live in 30 minutes, and which ended up being 2 minutes.
Yeah, I sent some out that was like, we'll be going in 10. We'll be going in 10. So, no, we'll definitely do this again. This is fun. I could sit here and talk to you all day. It just depends on how long everybody else wants to hear us talk. All right, well, thank you for joining us, the people that did come, and I appreciate the question from Ken. That was very useful, and thank you for some guidance and great conversation.
Ditto, right back at you.
Right on.
This is a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
Can you know this?
I don't think.
Well, and my friends all know this, is that I have always wanted to collaborate with other healers and not just do it, often private messages or personal quiet conversations inside a home or something. And the last month I have met so many, actually last 3 months, so many amazing healers, and you're one of them. So it's honest. It's an honor to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan on introducing more of these, and so that you can meet some of the people that I know and love, and is a bright light in my journey at this time.
And you will continue getting videos from me, and I'll be doing some more live come-in interactive things, and I'll be giving out some actual exercises too. So,
and any of Tabby's people, you are more than welcome to send me a personal friend request. And as far as my friends and group members, she's more than welcome to
Yes.
send her a friend request as well.
Please do, please do. I love seeing and hearing new perspectives. So, yes, please come out and hit me up and share your experiences and have a conversation with me. And I love seeing new perspectives because no matter what, a new perspective on anything new is always a good perspective.
All right.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day, guys.
Namaste.
Namaste. Now, okay, now this is the fun part. There it goes. Boom.
Download it. Does it have a place for download?
It automatically, if you want to save or delete it, hold on. If you end this video now, you'll be able to choose